Hi, my name is Wayne Bailey, and I represent Newswalk, and I'm the Vice President of Community Outreach. One reason for using eminent domain was blight from the exposed Long Island Railroad Vanderbilt yards. Since the start of the Atlantic Yards Barclays construction today, when residents look out on Pacific Street, they continually still see a rail yard under construction. Residents have no reasonable expectation when the platform will be built to cover the rail yard or when the buildings will be constructed, but what we do anticipate is that it will be more than likely 25-year build-out with the associated construction impacts. As Forest City Ratner has said in their publicly, they control the pace. We can now conclude that there have been very significant impacts to the local residents, our quality of life, because the state zoning our city zoning was overridden by the state. If there was the promised independent oversight, then the community wouldn't have created AtlanticYardsWatch.com to document the continual serious impacts to the lifestyle of our community. Noise, traffic, congestion, loss of parking, addition of the never-ending Long Island Railroad construction, 24 hours a day, sometimes weeks on end. One of the biggest things that's happened out of this is that it's the rail yard lights. Those lights are as many lights as you would have in a baseball field. Years before the Atlantic Yards Barclays construction, that was still an active rail yard. It didn't need those lights then to operate, and to say that they need them now and they need them on is disingenuous to say it's not because of the development. It is because of the development. The community has documented that not sharing the dust reports, all the data that is collected, is at a disadvantage to the community because we really don't know how affected we really are. An environmental report prepared by Sandstone Environmental Associates documented the various dust, noise, and other impacts from just from the Vanderbilt rail yards construction, and they gave how to fix it, how to monitor it, and how to report back to the community. If in fact that there was no impacts to the community, none of these things would be reported and there would be no environmental report. Our community has to endure countless governance issues attempting to minimize these impacts with the ESD, the Mayor's Office, the Brooklyn Borough's Office, 3 separate community boards, 2, 6, and 8, and one time we had 3 precincts to try to deal with the parking issues and the rest of it. Nothing, it seems, has ever been the construction activity's fault, or the answer is nothing can be done because you live next to a construction zone. Examples of the impacts were the weeks of 60+ daily arrival of dump trucks using non-approved truck routes or not truck routes approved by the last plan that would arrive at 4 to 6 a.m. that illegally idled for hours, beeped, blasted music next to our building, a 171-unit residential building of families. One remedy available was that they were to ban those trucks.
Can you finish that?
Yeah. They had the ability to ban those trucks, but they never did. In fact, those trucks are still being used at B2 today, and I'll submit the rest of my written